Hi, morning. Well, it's about lunchtime. But nowadays, when you don't have a proper schedule, it feels like you don't really always know what's morning and what's not, because you don't wake up at 6 anymore, because there are no guided tours to go to yet. And I decided to take you to see this building. I'm sure most of you know what it is. If you like Stockholm, if you've been here, maybe you've visited it. This is the City Hall of Stockholm, and this is the main political building of the city. Now, it's not the parliament, so it's not the most important political building in the country, but yes, in the city. So the city council is working from this building, but apart from the political role, we have about 300 different events inside this building, and as soon as whole this thing with the Corona is over, I will make sure to take you inside and show you the interiors, the Blue Hall, the Golden Hall, the place for the Nobel Ball, the Nobel Banquet, because it's in this very building that every year, 10th of December, which is the death day of Alfred Nobel, I have my coffee here, this building is converted to become the venue for the official Nobel Banquet. And it's the highlight of the year, both for the city and especially for this building. Now you see the view. I love this view. It's one of the most beautiful, picture perfect, like postcard perfect views of the city. And you can see it from the garden of the City Hall, where we are actually right now. Normally it's overcrowded with people. Now it's half empty. On the one hand, it's kind of cool. I actually enjoy this half post-apocalyptic city. It's quiet. It feels like you own it. On the other hand, it's a big pity to see it, because I want this city to be visited. I want this beauty to be seen, not just online. And I am sure we're going to get back to where we were before the pandemic. Maybe not 100%. Maybe people will not fly as thoughtless as often as they used to do before. But that's just good. I mean, it's positive, because I'm all for this slow travel. Like when you come to a new place and you only have 3 hours and you only do this must-see panoramic bus tour, I think it's just a waste of time, really. You can as well just watch me on my YouTube channel, because you don't have time to kind of to feel the city. The city has to sink into your body, into your skin. You have to feel the smells, you have to taste the tastes, you have to like touch the walls, you have to, activate all your senses. So I really hope that people will travel less. It's good for the planet, but I still hope that people will travel. And I'm not saying that because that's what I earn my living from, showing the city. I'm a tour guide. I'm 100% confident that I will find my way to earn my money even showing you the city online. But I still feel that, and I hope that people will travel a bit less, because they will have more thoughtful, more deep travels. But let me just talk to you about this building just a bit. First of all, if you want to guess its age, you're probably going to make a huge mistake. Most of the people say 300, 400, 500 years old, as if it was standing in the Scandinavian winds and rains for like centuries. But no, in 3 years, we're gonna celebrate 100 years of this building. So it was built in 1923. It took about 12 years to build it. And the architect was Ragnar Östberg, a very special man. He wanted to show that we in Sweden can build great, grand buildings. And the national romantic style was very fashionable at that time. And it means that we have to build it all ourselves. We have to use the material that we have in this country. Like, for example, these pillars are made of granite, the Stockholm granite from the island of Utö, which is in the archipelago of Stockholm. The red brick, they were made in the factory in Södertälje, which is the southern suburb. And you see that some of those bricks are kind of dark and they're a bit uneven and not very modern, really. So it really feels that the building is much older than it really is. But the thing is that the architect wanted us to think that it's much older than it really is. He wanted us to think that it might have been used as a palace or a church, or maybe a defensive fortress before, and now it's the municipality seat. Well, it was used as a political building since the day it was built, actually 2 years before it was finished. The municipality moved in here, and those large windows, these are the windows of the city council hall. And as I said, as soon as I can go inside, I'll show you the interior in a different video. Now, right across the courtyard, we have another set of large windows. Behind those windows, we have the Golden Hall. The Golden Hall where the Nobel Ball takes place. We have also the Blue Hall where the banquet takes place. And when everyone is finished eating, some guests go up to the Golden Hall and dance. The architect was inspired by Swedish architecture from the 16th century. He was inspired by the Italian architecture from the 16th century, from the 17th century, the Renaissance palaces of Venice and Florence and Siena. And then this tower with the 3 crowns at the top, symbolizing Sweden. The coat of arms of Sweden is with 3 crowns, though we don't really know what it means. Some say it might mean the Holy Trinity, or maybe the 3 wise men at the birth of the Jesus. We don't really know, but probably it's a Christian sign, Christian symbol that came to Sweden with the Christianity. Those red bricks were made by hand, creating this feeling of roughness, irregularity, which tricks us into believing that the building is much older. And then look at those arches and the pillars just by the water. It really reminds us of Venice. Usually this building is rented by, the main halls, the main event halls, the Blue Hall, the Golden Hall, there are some smaller halls as well. They can be rented by high school, by universities, and so they would have the graduation celebration and so on. New Swedish citizens that are registered in Stockholm, they usually get their citizenship right here on the 6th of June, which is the National Day of Sweden. And on Saturdays, between 12 and 6 p.m., we have weddings going on here. So it's about 60 couples that are married within 6 hours, which makes it about 10 minutes per couple. The actual ceremony is even shorter than that, like 2 minutes, but it's a very popular place to get married at. When we have the Pride Week, which is in August, then we have a drop-in weddings here. And right next to the City Hall, here you see it's in the background, you can walk along the water, along the shore. It's really cozy and you meet other people who run and walk with strollers. And then all those boats, most of them are historical. And you can read about those boats. Right next to each boat, you have a little page with its history. I love sitting here. I have my coffee. If you see, yes. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the rest of the day. Well, I don't think I have a whole day. Thanks a lot. Subscribe to my channel and more videos about Stockholm are coming. And I do promise to take you with me to the City Hall. I mean inside the building as soon as they open. Bye.